Do I see that little red dot? There it is.
There it is. Okay. So this is a poem that I did for my mother last year for Mother's Day. And
You
I
want us to cry?
yes. I said, Mom, you're published. She's like, what? And so before I published it, I was at home for Mother's Day, the week before Mother's Day, and I let her read it. I let my daddy read it first because my daddy's an artist. He's a wonderful painter, but he won't publish anything. He hates getting rid of it, so he's got all these paintings that he gives us kids and grandkids and his family members, but he won't sell any of them. So I let him read it, and he couldn't get through it. He's like, your mom's going to love this.
Yes, I just read a little. It's nice.
So, but I always thought of her as my body armor. You know, she was the one that I went to whenever I needed anything. So, just, you know, different things. So what I was going to do is just do some updates on it. And I published it for Mother's Day. And then I showed how you can use your offers to let people know, how did you take care of your mom? Are you taking care of your mom if she's still here with you? Or are you honoring her memory in some way on how she has raised you? You know, so, you know, just different things. The only thing is I don't have in here is I don't have any pictures of my mother. So I told her I was going to remedy that. And my family. So I'm going to be incorporating some pictures because I've been watching Skype this week, and there's some people that have been having issues on where to get pictures. They're not sure on where to get their pictures. Once they find a picture, they're not sure how to get it into their website, or, you know, where they can get pictures from, how to upload them, and different things like that. They're not sure on how to, once they get their link. I know there's a lot of people. I have a couple of my students that they save their links. They put them in Word documents and save them, and they use the same links over and over and over. I'm going to tell you now that's not a good practice. You don't save your links, you save your web page address, not your links from your affiliates. The simple reason you don't want to do that is because if you look at your affiliate links, they do have an expiration date on them. So if you continue to use the same link over and over and over again, eventually you're going to end up using a broken link. So you always want to come back to your CJ or your ClickBank or your Burnett Marketing and get a new link or reuse the link that's there, or find a new offer to make sure that your date is not expired or approaching the expiration date. Most of them, they don't go by that expiration date, but a few of them do. Like right now, I have a couple in mine. I've been working on mine since I was sick. That I had used some clearance links for summer clearance stuff during the wintertime. Well, now those are no longer valid because they're getting ready to come back into summer. So all those summer clearance stuff is no longer valid. Now they're doing winter clearance. So I'm having to rechange those links and update them. So that's why you want to always make sure that you're using current links. Don't be saving your links. Save your website page. That's what you save and that's what you publish. Does that make sense? All right. So let's see. So first thing I want to do is once my CJ, and no, I have not gotten my new computer. I actually had this one revamped and had it worked on a little bit, cleaned some stuff out. And, but I think I am going to get me a new one that I can just use and use this one as my backup. It's just, I have so much in here. I just don't want to get rid of it. I'm kind of partial to it. You know how us old fogies are. We like to stick to what we know.
hey, I'm 72 in June. I got it all over everyone. Come on. I'm decrepit. Never mind. Old.
Hey, you're still here.
Barely, Sheila. Barely.
It's you know, so I will. I'll have to get me another one pretty soon, though, because this one is, even though Geek Squad said it looked pretty good, it was clean, didn't have any viruses in it. It's just, it's almost 6 years old. So, you know, it's got all the new stuff in it, but my motherboard just can't handle the strain I'm putting on it. So eventually it's going to go out on me. So I just hate when that's going to happen. So I got everything now, though, downloaded on some jump drive, so all my stuff is saved and it's secure. So if we got some things that we need to work on. If it's going to sit here for a minute, you just bear with me. So what we're going to do today is always I'm going to be asking questions to see what y'all are having some issues with, and we'll cover that. But what my main focus is today is we're going to do some basic training. We're going to show you how to go in and basically modify a page. We're going to show you how to get your links from your affiliates and incorporate it into your new page or into your website. I'm going to show you also how to grab pictures or images from your Google or even from your iCloud. If you have pictures in your iCloud, you can pull those into your website, and then just show you how to go in and modify it. Then once we get finished that, I'm going to actually show you how to go in and create a template for advertising, and we're going to advertise on a few of the ad sites so you can see how it's done. So it sounds like a lot. What's the biggest thing that we're going to be doing is modifying this page and then creating the template for your ad. But for the most part, it's just going to be a big review. So on with the question. So what do you specifically need worked on today?
Oh, I was just writing you a little. Nobody else may need this but me. But the oh, can you hear me? Yes,
I can. Mm-hmm.
Talking to myself here. Which I do a lot. I know CJ, I'm working on my letter. Anyway, affiliates. I got just a little help on just besides CJ, besides Brunette
and ClickBank.
Yeah, just see, even ClickBank. I'm like, I know I have it, but I don't have it. So where did it go? Why did I? Just that.
And I had a student. She was gone for a bit. She's come back, and we basically started over. So if you can't find your CJ or any of your affiliates, you can't find them, re-register and then save it in your bookmark.
Okay.
And make sure you make note of what email, because you might have 2 or 3 different emails. You're not sure which one that you used. CJ and ClickBank, if you put in an email, it will tell you, oh, you're already registered. And then it will ask you to reset your password, and it will send a reset to that email you've registered with. But if you've put in an email that you haven't used before, then it will treat you like a brand new affiliate. So if that's what happens, then just make sure that you make a note of which email you've used, and then just use that one going forward.
I think it's just, opening it, answering the questions, what is it?
Computer.
I can't do that because I'm a Mac and I got the message, hey, guess what? You can't do. So I'm like,
yeah, but you can still, the only thing you can't do with the Mac or an Apple computer with computer is you cannot download the Smart Miner. You can still send out your referral link. You can still send that out, and it will still mine for you from your referral link. The only thing is that you can't mine yourself to collect that money, to collect the Bitcoin for yourself through your personal. But you will still, whoever gets your referral link and downloads it, that's still mining for you. You just won't have a way to go in on your side and mine for yourself. But you can always log into your computer and see what's going on. I'll show you mine. Mine going off the chain. I'm so
huge number. I mean, almost as bad as
actually the Bitcoin was fluctuating the last couple of weeks in the market. It's kind of stabilized this week. But still, if for every 1 megabyte of Bitcoin, it's worth over $5,000.
I still don't know.
Yeah. So
see, that's a page. I recognize that page.
Mm-hmm. Oh, come on. Yeah, I know. I'm not a robot.
Some days I feel like I am.
Oh, trust me. Yeah. So, and if you have, and the thing about the computer is that you can log in personally up to 5 different computers. So if you have, I'm going to do the whole thing, anything that looks like a light, even the crossbars. It's part of a light.
Right, right.
So if you multiple computers, you can download it. So I have it running now on 3 different computers that I have. I still have the option to do 2 more. So
They have to be 64-bit, right?
it has to be 64-bit. Yeah, it won't do it on a phone. It won't do it on a tablet. This is probably going to take a minute. Everybody's going to be on a bicycle. Any more bicycles? No more bicycles. I'm pretty sure somebody over there has a bike, but I don't see it. All right. I did this with a student a couple of weeks ago, and they did 10 of these before it let us in. Oh, I only do 2. Cool. 3. All right.
Oh, Sheila, can I say one thing?
Sure.
I was wondering if I could tell everybody about my Facebook, and it has my parrot, my African gray parrot, and it has a really cute video. Her name is Piewacket, Piewacket. And if you want to smile, go watch the video. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
And it is an awesome video, and all you have to do is go into Facebook and just look for Miss Constance out there, or type in Piewacket, and it will pull up. It's amazing. It'll make you laugh. It'll make your day. That's why I say, Miss Constance, you did that. You ain't gonna have no problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't have any problem. So this is going to be your smart, when you log into your computer and you get your referral code, this is how it's going to look. This will tell you your username, your ranking. This has never changed, and it probably won't change until this gets to at least a 1. And then it will give you your referral link. Now, this is what you market, and you can market it just by a link post, which means you just market this straight out to anywhere, or you can put this in all of your Bitcoin information, except for your Omninex and your stake base. But anywhere else, that references Bitcoin, Smart Miner, cryptocurrency, you want to use your computer link. All right.
I mean, if I'm talking in something, I'm talking about a subject or a story, and that happens to come in.
Come into play, then this would be the link. Say, hey,
I have that.
Yeah.
I have that. I have that number, that page, everything. I printed it up.
So this will be what you would market. You would put this actually in your web system. This will be your link, like you would get it from CJ. This is the link you would use. Now, if you want to see if anybody has signed up, this will tell you down here. It will tell you your personal referrals. It'll tell you your sub-referrals, which is people that has come in either under another student or under your link that you've put out there that somebody's used. And this is how many people that has actually visited my computer site. Not necessarily my website, but my computer site. Hopefully they're one and the same, because once they come to my website, then they click on my computer link and it brings them here. It could be that these people here are actually going to my website, which is wonderful. And then what you can do is you can see your traffic. You can see your referrals. You click on your referrals, and it will show you everybody that signed up in your list. You can see, it's not going to give you names, but it will give you a little bit, half of their information. So I have a bunch of people in my computer. And it will tell you what tier they're in. Everybody in your first tier, you get 10% of their bit mining. Everybody in your second tier, you get 5%. From there on down, third tier, anything after 1 is 5%. So, they're making money for you just by using your referral link. So you want that. So even though you don't have Smart Miner on yours and you're not mining yourself, these people that sign up with your referral link are mining for you. And you can come here and check your stats and see how much you're making. So even though you,
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Could you explain those again, the 3 different ones, the personal referrals, the sub-referrals?
Yeah. In computer, you have your referrals, and your referrals are always going to be, you have your personal referrals, which is the ones you do directly, and then anybody that you sign up that comes in will be a second referral, and then anybody that they bring in will be a third referral. Your first referrals always is 10%. You will get 10% of their mining percentage. All right. And that's one of the reasons why computer comes up as spyware or malware, is because it's mining Bitcoin based on your data usage, and it comes to computer in data usage. It doesn't come over in anything else. It doesn't give them web addresses. It doesn't give them anything other than, hey, they used 84 bits of data in the last 10 minutes. That's all it gives them, but it's still collecting data. So that's why it gives the spyware alert, or malware, or however like that. So these are my personal students. Now, Miss Lucy, she signed up somebody. All right, so she's in my second tier. So these are my personal students, and then they've signed up somebody. Okay, so all of these are personal. And then you get down here, and here is my personal. Here's one that she had somebody sign up. Well, guess what? This person signed up all of these. So this is my first tier, second tier, third tier. All of your first tiers, you get 10% of their mining. Anybody below first tier, it's 5%. So you want to have as many people sign up as you can. I mean, this person has gone crazy wild, and it's perfect, and and then you just have people here that signed up. They haven't done anything with their computer, but they're still running it. And that's all that matters, is you want them to run it. Yeah, I want them to come back in, and eventually you want them to sign people up either through their website or just through their straight referral link. But you want to be able to, mine. These people are mining for Bitcoin. So that's where my number is coming from.
And how did you get to that list? Your referral list?
Your referrals,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna, so when you go into your computer, it'll have this toolbar right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll be on your home page. Most of the time it'll show up on your home page. And once it comes up, this is probably what you're going to see when you log in. And it's going to have basically an overview on how much your earnings, how much you paid out. And then it's going to have a breakdown of your personals. It's going to have a breakdown of your sub-referrals, which are people that have signed up under your personals. And then it's going to have a referral visit. This is how many people has clicked on your computer link, either through your website or direct linking. And you want to make sure this number is climbing constantly. That just means that there's people coming to your website to look at it.
Really?
Yes, this is a good way to track. If you've only used your website, now see, I've used both. I've used direct linking and my website. So I know some of this number is through direct linking. The majority of it, though, is through my website, because I haven't done a whole lot of direct linking, but I have done some. So, and then if you want to come back and say, well, who is doing it? Then you click on your referrals, and you can see all your students. You won't see their whole name, but because I know most of my students' emails, I can look at it and tell who's doing what. So you can click on your referral, and it will show you your tiers and how many people you have that has signed up with your link. Some of them I don't know, and that could be just people that signed up from my website that's come in, but they'll be under my personal, because that's the one that they signed up under. And then if you want to see your traffic, you can click on that, and it will actually show you how you're comparing your success rate. So what it's telling me is, out of my ads, 18% of the people that come in and view it are signing up. I want this to be at least 25 to 30, so I need to do more ads. But it will tell you based on how many visits you've had, how many personals, and it only does personal. It doesn't do sub-referrals, just your personals. So this tells me that 18% of the people that's visited my site has signed up. So I want that higher. So that means I need to do more advertising. That's all that means. But this is a good way to market, is also can say, all right, that means I've had 373 people visit my site. That's a good number. But then you're like, okay, I would like to see 3,000 people visiting my site, because then this will probably be at least, 40 to 50%. But then you have all those people. If you've got 3,000 people visiting your site from one link, they're shopping. They're going to start shopping. So this is a good, this is probably one of the few places that does have a tracking, other than, like CJ, they have your impressions, they have, and I didn't do any advertising this week, so my numbers are really low. So you can look at CJ for my impressions this week. I think I only had like 600, which is still good. That means my website was seen at least 600 times this week, which is, I guess, okay. It was a holiday week, but still.
And you were sick.
Yeah, but and I usually do advertise at least an hour to an hour and a half a day, every day. But I didn't this week, and I can tell it by my numbers. We'll see, only 200. I did have 6 clicks, which is great. So that's what you want to see. You want to see these impressions. You want to see these clicks. And that's yesterday, so today's not calculated. So this week we can see, so I had 14 clicks this week and 1,700 impressions, which is really low.
What are impressions again?
Impression means how many times your site's been seen.
Okay.
Yeah. So that means it either came through on an ad site, it came through on Facebook or social media site, it came in on a news feed, or any kind of art marketing company that does advertising. It's shown up there for people to see, and out of that, I've had 14 people come in and actually look at my website. So, so this month, let's see how many I've had this month. So see, this month I've had almost 10,000 people visit my website, which is good. That's a good number. I've had 28 clicks. So that means even though that's a good number, the percentages is really low. So that means I need to look and see where my market is. I might need to change my market. And that means you need to go in and say, okay, if you're only marketing and, maybe clothing, then maybe or miscellaneous, or maybe an other, then maybe you need to be a little bit more specific and change your marketing where you're putting your marketing. And be a little bit more. Most of the time I put mine in miscellaneous or other or business. So I need to probably go in and actually pinpoint my marketing strategy. And that will probably pick up these clicks based on all these impressions. That's a lot of impressions for so few clicks. So that's a little tidbit to throw out there for y'all to think about.
And clicks doesn't necessarily mean that they purchase something.
No, if they purchase, the commission would show.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. You would get an email immediately once that sale goes through. You will get an email saying you have commissions, because I have this sitting in there and I just haven't cashed it out in enough to worry about. So it'll sit there until it builds up again. Mm-hmm. And so, but yeah, the impressions are good. But you want to make sure, the commissions is where once these impressions go, they get a click, which is what you want. But then you want the click to turn into a conversion, which then is a commission sale. And as soon as you get a sale, you will get a notification from ClickBank, from CJ, that says you have commission. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're welcome. Okay, so now we're going to go in here. All right, so what else do we need to go over?
Would you show us how to advertise Computa on?
Yes, we're going to do some advertising today. Yep. And we can do that.
And also, could you and/or Constance share how you make a video like she did with her parrot, and then move it to your website type thing?
Is there a way?
How Constance did it. Now, what I do is anytime I do a video, I download it to my YouTube. You can get a YouTube channel for free, and you can mark it private if you just want to use it for your personal use, and no one can look for it unless you tell somebody what your link is. That to me is the easiest way to put video in there. Now on Facebook, you can usually download it if on your phone. You can if you have Facebook app on your phone and your videos are on your phone, you can download it straight from your phone to your Facebook page. And a lot of people do it that way, just video whatever you want to video with your phone, your camera phone, and then download your Facebook app. And then when it gets to your Facebook page, let me pull up mine. And you see I've done folders, so I got everything right at a touch of your finger. So you want to make sure you get organized. That's the big thing that Miss Tanya's been talking about, Roy's wife. Is this year we're working on organization to make sure you know where everything is at your fingertips so that you have it readily accessible to you. So you want to make sure you get organized, work your calendars, work your computers, have it organized, have everything where it needs to be. So when you pull up your Facebook page, and we'll go ahead and do that since we're going to be using Facebook today. We're going to be using just about all of our mediums today for advertising. So I'm going to go ahead and get mine ready.
Shelley, can I interrupt just for 1 second? I know I have a Mac, but I was just wondering, what do you prepare your video on? Because my video where I spice and dice and so forth in that iMovie program, it says when I'm finished, preparing for, and of course one of the titles is Facebook. So they already know that I'm getting it ready for Facebook, and they do it for me. So I don't know if,
Yeah, and that just depends. Like I said, if you're using your phone, then you will, you can have it set up to go straight to your Facebook. Just be on your Facebook app on your phone. You've already got your video recorded, and then this will look just the same thing on your phone. and you see where it says here, you just write what you want to write, and then it will ask you, do you want to upload a photo or your video? Now, if you're on your phone, then you have the option to go to your phone video or wherever you've got your photos on your phone and pull up videos and automatically do it. If you're on your computer, it's a little bit more difficult because then you're going to have to program that video through another app. So that's why I always say, you know, if you're going to use your computer or your laptop, it's best to go ahead and import that through a YouTube channel, and then all you have to do is get your URL, and then you can just paste that URL in there and it will run your video.
You know, now I know why you keep saying phone. See, I've got a video camera. So I kept saying, why does she keep saying her phone, her phone?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You do your videos with your phone.
Yeah,
Okay.
with your phone. And that's what I do, you know, is on my phone. And then if you have your iCloud too, if you can access your iCloud in your computer, from your computer, if you can access your iCloud, and then let that be one of your places that it will ask you, because when you go here to click, it'll ask you where you want to upload it. So you can click on the video. Well, that's because so I click on the video and it's going to ask me right here, video, photo, and it will ask me where I want to get my video. And usually it will pull up the last place that I've been. But most of the time it's my blogging pictures. But if you have your iCloud in here, then you can pull up your iCloud. But since I was on my videos doing some stuff, on my blogging Dropbox trying to do some things, so if you have your iCloud or your OneDrive, wherever you have your iCloud stored, then you can just pull that up. If you have it in a videos folder, you can pull that up and click on it, and it should pull up that video straight to your Facebook page. Now, your website's going to be different. Your website, you have to have that URL in there. It's a little different, but Facebook, you can basically do just about everything from your phone, and then once it's on your Facebook, then you can transfer it over. So, but we'll be using that today, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that up.
And what's the difference between video and embedded video?
The coding, that's all. Most sites would prefer an embedded video, that because it has a little bit more secure features in there. But if you don't have it already embedded, I would, you just have access to it, just go ahead and use it. That's the good thing about using YouTube also. It will embed it for you. And it will also, have all that information in there. And you, like I said, you can get a free YouTube site and just mark it private.
And do you recommend when you get a free YouTube site to make it something generic by name?
Yeah, because it depends. If you're going to use it for advertising, then yeah, mine's the same as my website, Mama Chief. That's what it is. But if you're going to use it just for private use, just to get what you need for your website, then you can name it anything you want to. But if you think maybe later on you want to, and you can steal the stuff that are on YouTube, certain things you can mark private so that they can't see. But if, you just want to use it for advertising, you can go on there and do stuff. Because I actually am going to put an ad in the business section on Craigslist to see if there's anybody in Charlotte area that wants to do a wine social, and see if I can host a wine social for somebody. And when I do that, I'm going to put it on Facebook, and I'm also going to put it on my YouTube channel, Wine Social. You're invited, and see if we can get some people to come in. So you can use your YouTube channel for tons of stuff. You can do videos for your website. You can do videos for a product that you have, and then use your website for people to come and look at it. I use it mainly for training purposes, but I've been trying to brainstorm on how else to use it, to utilize it to my advantage. And YouTube, I don't know if everybody uses YouTube just like they do Google, and there's a lot of people making money off YouTube because it's a readily searchable engine, just like Google. The difference is it is a video, so people see firsthand what you have to offer. It's a good marketing tool. And like I said, anything on there you can mark it as private, and it won't be accessible to search. It's just be what you have out there. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So the first thing we're going to do is I had to convert this to block, and when I did, I don't like the way it looks. It's kind of distorted, and that's fine, that's fine. But this right here, I don't like this distortion. So I'm going to play with this a little bit. And seeing and because of the way it did it, it's got each individual line as a block, and I don't want that. I kind of want all this here.
Sheila, can I interrupt just before I forget?
Go right ahead.
I was working on, one of my posts, and I had a box. Am I using the right terminology here? And I had a picture that I pasted and words, and I did another box with a picture and words, and then I previewed it. Well, the first box with the picture and the wording, it showed in the preview that the picture was outside of the box, so the words were off to the side and the picture
and it didn't match what you saw.
The second one was perfect. The picture and words were right there in the same, what did I do wrong?
And it could just be the preview, and it could be how you had it centered, because you always want to look at your picture to see where you have it. It could have been the size. The size could have been too big for where you had it located. So that's why I came back in here and resized this, hoping that it would get my words a little bit better.
All right. I just, I thought, what did I do now? One is good and one is like,
and that's the only thing is it could have something to do with the size of your picture.
Well, it's pretty small, but all right. Thank you.
Yeah. And that could be it. It could be too small. You might need to get it bigger, because then your words have too much space that they can play in.
See, that was about the size. Yeah.
Yeah. So you might want to go in and just play with it. And the preview is not always accurate. The best way that you can, to check to see how it's going to look is after you publish it, go in and type in just your URL, and like the 5e95.com, just type that in and pull up any page, and then that will give you a better view of what it looks like. Don't go in it as admin.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm just going to change some of these pictures really quick. And the other thing is, since we did go to the new version, no, I didn't want to do that. This new version, has the option now to where we can write the captures up under here. And, all right, come back. And I'm going to go back and put some captions in there. All right, what is it doing to me? Went to a different block. All right, see how it did that? I don't want to do that. And my other picture is totally gone. Oh, there it is. I don't want that. Don't know why it dropped it down there. But it's okay. I'll put it over here. Gotta work like that. I don't want you here. I want you over here.
Can I interrupt just for once? You see the way you have mom in red? I tried to do a word in a color, and it just kept doing the whole. All right, I'll shut up.
Yeah, no, and see, this was done in Classic. So that's how I have all the colors. This was done before we did the update. So that's why I have colors. And you can do that. You can still do that in Classic, but if you put it in
block.
No, when you put it in block, it'll stay the same colors. Right. But if you go to incorporate a, See, now it's converted back to, there we go. I don't know, I guess I hit my back button one time too many because now I put it back in Classic. But you can go and use a Classic block to colorize your wording, your paragraph, anything like that if you want to do that. But if you're going to link it, it's going to automatically change it to blue. So you just want to be aware of that one flaw, I guess.
Not the wording, just.
Yeah, if you're going to link that word that you have in color,
yeah.
If you're going to link it, which means you're going to put an affiliate in there, it's
Right.
going to change it to blue, no matter what color you have it.
So you just an affiliate with the mom that you have there in red.
Yeah, there's nothing there. I just wanted to highlight mom.
I gotcha.
Yep. So
well, if you don't put an affiliate there, it'll stay that way.
It'll stay that way. Yeah, it'll stay the same color. Mm-hmm.
So you'll put affiliate maybe 4 or 5 lines down.
Yeah. Anywhere that, like, my poem itself does not have any links in it, which I don't want it. I didn't want it to mess it up. So stop from here with love is the end of my poem. Okay. And then from here down is my actual ad. Now, in the original one, there was a page break. And in here, it doesn't have one. So that's why I need to play with it and get it fixed the way I want to get it fixed. But for what I'm going to do today, and see how that keeps moving my picture up, because I have an extra space in there because I had that page break. So now in block form, it's getting rid of the extra space by moving this in there, and I don't want that. Okay. So as soon as it finishes that, we'll come back here and see if we can do it to move back to where it was at. And see if it went back to Classic. Okay, we're going to play with this later. I'm going to just go ahead and get my links. So the wording is fine the way I have it. I'm not going to change too much as far as the wording, so much as I do want to put some captions under some of these pictures, like this one. All right. And then this one.
We can't change the font, can we, Sheila?
No.
Okay.
It won't allow you. That was the other thing. Now in Classic, you can. You can go into Classic and you can change the different font styles. But I haven't played with it, so I don't know if you convert it to blocks, if the font stays. Yeah, but I mean, you can play around with it. The only thing that it would do is it would go back to Times Roman. Okay. So, but yeah, if you use a Classic block, you can use all those functions that are in there. And then before you go to put your links, if you like the way your article is, then just convert your whole article to block. And then what stays, what changes. But at least your article will be the way you want it. And then you can go and put your links.
So, so if I have a Classic block and I want to play around with the fonts and the colors, and then I go on to write my page, the other blocks are normal, blah, blah, blah. And then I go to publish, which I still don't even know how to do. The Classic block could possibly stay the way I've played around with it?
Yeah. For the most part, it should stay. Especially with your colors, your pictures, like this one is in Classic. So you see how once I converted the blocks, some of the pictures transfer into 2 blocks.
Yeah,
yeah. So, and that's just because of it being in Classic mode of how I center the pictures in Classic. So that's why when you go to change the picture, sometimes it will distort it just a little bit, or it might pick a different block than you want it in, because of the way it was saved in Classic. But as far as your colorization for your words, that won't change unless you link your words.
Gotcha. So there
Yeah.
just won't be any links in that particular classic block.
Right. And then when you go to do convert it to blocks, then you can go in and put your links, because you can't put links in classic. So then unless then you can go in and put your links, which is what this is. You can go in and put your links in when you convert it to blocks. Then you put your links in for your affiliates. But if you put a link in a word that you had colored,
It
it's
won't
going to
work.
change it to blue automatically, no matter
Or
what the color
or
was.
fonts. I'll just leave the block in classic. Can I just leave it there with no links? You know, just something I wanted to say with a picture.
You can, but and eventually the whole system will revert to block, because they're going to do away with classic.
Okay.
The classic block is there for you to use as a tool, but the WordPress system itself is letting people get adjusted to the new 5.0 or 5.2 now. And I think next year it won't be classic. Any page you have in classic's automatically going to convert to blocks. So you want to go ahead and convert it. Go ahead and use the classic block and to get what you want, but go ahead and convert it so that you know what it's going to be like once the system is all done.
Sounds too complicated. Forget it. I have enough problems. You know? But it's a shame because the font changes would be nice, and you know, different color on emphasize a word.
And that's why I said just play with it. Trust me, there's nothing you can't do as long as you don't change your domain name and you don't change your password. Anything else is carte blanche for you to try. That's why it's your system. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. All right, so so there's that. And then I want to just put a blank block here. There we go. That'll just drop that down right there. And then I might be able to do what I want to with this picture. All right, hold on. Let me answer Natasha real quick. All right. So now what I'm going to do now is, like I said, this was the end of the poem. I don't have any links in my poem. I didn't want it to. I didn't want to distract from the words that I had in there. And this is the actual article. Now, here, I had an open blank. I put in there, and I want to put a heading here. Oh, too many letters.
Are they too big? They too large?
No, it's the way that the block is.
Oh, okay.
Because I did it in classic. It's got, and let's see. And see now, because I took it out of the heading, it made it into a paragraph. So I want to go back and put it back in there. All right, Miss Constance, you got my curiosity piqued. I want to do something.
If nothing else that I can ever do, I'm creative.
Because let's see if it lets me do it. No, so I'm going to remove this block altogether, and I'm going to put me another block in here. All right, so, and I want to use, I want to figure this out. I haven't used classic in a while, so let's go classic. All right. And I want to use heading 2. And where is my font? That's my text color. I should be able to change. Paste to text. Where's my fonts? Oh, they took them away.
Yeah, bummer.
Yeah, it used to be right here. Dagnabbit. It's okay. We can do our text color. And I got a red rose. I want to do purple. And I want to do it in italics. At least I can do that.
Tell me again why your picture, the rose, is sort of out of the box.
Because it was done in Classic, and the way I had it centered in Classic.
Oh,
so it just chose a box, and since it's in between 2 boxes, that's why it looks kind of weird.
Oh, all right. I couldn't remember.
Yep.
Now, do you need to fix that now that we're in block, or just leave it?
Just leave it.
Okay.
Yep. So there's that. Got that in italics. There's my 3 dots. Where'd the rest of my page go? I was like,
I'm not breathing. I'm holding my breath.
It's all Constance's fault.
That made a, I don't know what happened there. Okay. Wait. Y'all saw that, right?
Yeah. And it's on recording, too.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go back and look at that. What did it happen?
Oh.
All right, see, now it's completely gone. Where did it go? And it did it on a save. It did an automatic update. So, see, it's updating, and I don't know where it put my stuff.
So it automatically updated and lost the "What have you done for your mom?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bummer.
That's all right. We can go back and put it back in there.
Now, see, if I was alone, I'd be crying.
Yeah, we'll get this figured out. And as soon as I get this done, then we're gonna go. At least it kept my settings. Maybe it don't like how long it is. I reckon that's the thing.
No, I don't. I don't think that's.
All right. So why is it not? I want it purple. Alrighty, we're going to do italics. I want my text color purple. Update, quit updating. You've updated like 20 times. Yeah, it update, and I'm like, I wish I could cut it off, that automatic update.
Oh, I always have to hit it. I didn't know you could put automatic.
Oh, it does it on its own.
Not mine doesn't.
Oh, mine does it. I'm gonna have to go in and figure this out.
And it's not trustworthy either.
No, it don't update where it claims it updates.
Right.
No, I do it by hand. I didn't know that it could be automatic. I just try all the time to remember to hit it.
All right, I'm not going to put that in there, so we're going to put that right there. And let's see if it sticks this time. All right. So now I need my 3 dots so I can convert it. All righty. I need to minimize this picture just a hair. This is giving me a really good fit, y'all. But I got this, so.
Oh, dear.
And now it's auto-saving again.
Boy.
And we're going to convert this to block. And now my color changed, so now I'm in a block. And I'm going to move this picture one more time. And I want you It's putting them together. Well, you know what? I'll leave you there. Because then I have a definite break between my picture and my poem.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it wanted me to do. That's what we're going to say. It wanted me to do that. So now there's my poem. There's my break for my article, and it's in purple, so they know that it's a title. And now you can see where I have started with my ads. So this one, it says, needs some help finding it, give her a special gift that only she will enjoy. My mom loves chocolate. She loves good chocolate. So I'm going to come here to my CJ, and I'm pulling up links. When you get here, you're going to have your account, your advertiser, and then you're going to have links. You're going to click on your link and go to search. That pulls up your affiliates only. So you don't have to worry about what you've been approved for, what you haven't been approved for. These are the ones that you have been approved for, so you don't have to go in and search for different things. Now you just got to pull up the one that you want.
Can I be approved for this before they okay my letter? No, I have to do the letter.
No, you have to get that in there. I'm going to send, I thought I sent it to you. There's one Paul did that's really good, and then all you have to do is go in and just modify it a little bit and just be done with it.
I know my instructor sent me hers, but it was too formal. It was too,
yeah. Well, that's why I said it's not formal. It's just a template. It's just like everything else you have. You take out of there what you can use it, rephrase things that you don't like about it. But, if they've given you something, use it to your advantage. That's less you have to worry about trying to figure out, and just change it to suit your needs.
Okay.
Yeah. If your instructor sends you something to use in that situation, then what you need to do is, like I said, you want to go in and just make it your own, just like you do with anything else that you have. You want to make it just for you.
She sent it just, say, hey, this is what I wrote, and
that's what I send my students. This is what I wrote. Here's something that Paul wrote, and just take the two best out of the two, or just read both of them and then put, just to give you an idea maybe, or just reword it, but that way it saves you time from having to figure out what you need to put there. Because the ones that have sent you this, we've already been approved. Me and Paul, we get approved for just about everything that we get in there. So I'm just picking one, a banner that I like. I'm not really going to use a banner. Actually, I wanted to use the one that had the coupon. Like this one says 25% off, 20% off. So I want to use that so that people, when they pull it up, it's going to pull up a 20% off coupon for them. So then I'm going to hit my,
I'm sorry, didn't you say sometimes those coupons are outdated or?
Yeah, and what you would look at is this date over here.
Yeah,
so so this one's good through,
I can't see the whole thing.
Well, it says 2016. So last updated 2016. So what you can do is, if you're not sure if this works, if you click on this right here, and it will pull up that particular one, and you will know that works, because this is what they will see.
Okay.
As soon as it pulls up, and usually if it doesn't work, it will go to something totally different. So that means it lets you know automatically that doesn't work.
Okay.
So we're going to see what this finishes. So this one does pull up, save 25% off. And my mama loves Whitman's chocolate, so this is something I can send to her. Perfect. So it does tell you to 25% off. And then it says right here, sign up for email, gives the pop-up blocker. The pop-up for 25% off for an email. So that's what I want to make sure they get. So that's what you want to make sure, that your offer is still valid. If that offer was not still valid, it would have something totally different. But because this says 20% off when you send an email, which is what the link I'm using, so I know that this link's still good.
Gotcha. Thank you.
So then I'm going to get my code. And then I'm going to come to my click URL. I'm going to highlight it. And like I said, you don't want to copy and paste these in a Word document, because they do change. So you don't want to do that. And then I'm going to come here, and I'm going to right click. There's my URL. Will you please?
I actually know how to do this.
Yep. There you see.
Not that I have any affiliates.
I knew. And then I'm going to click on my edit pencil. Click on edit, and it's going to open up that. I'm just going to highlight it. And then I'm just going to paste over that one, my new one. I'm going to make sure that it's open in a new tab, and I'm going to hit apply. Now you see it went from gold to blue, which is what this new system does. All right. So now this is a picture. When I first did it in Classic, it was up here beside this, but because now everything has to be in a block, it put it in its own block. Well, I don't want it off to the left. I want it centered. So we're going to center it, and I'm going to put here, create your own. I can spell. All right, so, and I'm going to use that same link in here, which is my caption. I'm going to link it. I'm going to open it in a new tab, and I'm going to apply. And then I'm going to expand this picture just a little bit, if it will let me, after it finishes doing, there it goes. All right. And then I'm going to come over here, and then my alternative text, I'm going to put there's that automatic save. Chocolate gift basket.
Should the alternative text be your keywords, or it doesn't have to be?
It doesn't have to be.
Okay.
If you can't think of anything else, because what you want ultimately is you want to get anything that's going to traffic to your page. So since this is specifically chocolate, then I want anybody that's looking for chocolate to be able to pull up my page right here that has chocolate. So if they're looking for chocolate gift baskets, boom, there's my picture. Not only in Google Images, but if they're looking in Google specifically, what's up, chocolate gift baskets, here's my keyword. It's going to pull up my page because there's a picture with that keyword using that keyword. It is good. You don't want all of your pictures to be that. You just do want to use your key word in your pictures as often as possible, but if it's related to something else that you can use, then by all means use it. All right, so I want to come here, make sure I got my link to settings to a custom URL. I want to highlight this and put in my new link. Make sure it's open in a new tab. So now that link is complete. So this one is I used for travel. All right, get a dream giveaway. All right, this one I used for, at the time, I think I used Palace Resort Hotels. So I'm gonna come back up here and type in Palace Resort. There we go. And then type in my search. But I think what I want to use here, since we have that lovely new travel app, I think I'm going to get my Sephora link. So let me get this to open up. And we're going to get my Sephora to come up. See, this is my computer. See, it's mining. Look at all my wonderful people's minings. Isn't it lovely?
Nice.
Now, last night, before I went to bed, it was all the way up here. And there was another one over here starting. So everybody must have been on last night. So, but it sees right, you see right here how much it's worth right now. When this hits, instead of the MBT, once it gets to just BTC, it'll be worth $5,000 for every one that I get. So I'm waiting for this M to go away, because then my beach house is coming.
Sheila, I don't understand. I'm sorry what you just said.
I was just going to ask her to repeat that.
Okay. Hold on to
Now,
that
what would
thought
I
because
do?
we're doing something else right now, but I'll come back and explain that
Okay.
because
Thank you.
that's free money. You need to get that computer link out there. It's free money. All right. So I'm going to highlight my Sephora link.
I know how to do this.
See, and Miss Estelle.
Yeah.
Y'all know how to do this. But we do have some that don't, and we're going to make sure that they do know how. And so if I can make sure I click the right one. And we're going to change this link because now I'm going to put my Sephora link in here so that they can get some great hotel rates. Make sure it's open a new tab. All right. And then also, I want to put a caption on my picture. All right, so I'm just going to say find the perfect hotel. I don't want it to be too long. And then I'm going to link that with the Sephora. All right. And see, like this one just says related image because I never had it linked. So here I'm going to put, since Sephora is, I don't like to use the word cheap, so I always say discounted hotel rates. All right, there we go. And link to custom URL. We're going to take this link out because we just changed it to Sephora. I'm going to put my Sephora link in there. Make sure got rid of some of that other stuff. It looks like there might be something else still back there. Yeah, I want that gone. There we go. Get all rid of that empty space. Perfect. So now that's linked to my Sephora. All right, I need to move you. Chat. There we go. Yes. All right. So I want you up here. Why are you down here? There we go. Perfect. All right. So now that's linked to my Sephora. And then my grandmother, Stephen's mother, grandmother had passed away. And when we were down for Mother's Day, not Mother's Day, for Easter, all the children had went through and had cleaned out her stuff. Well, she made quilts. That was her thing. Is she loved quilting. She was one of those, you ever heard people talking about, oh, she was at her hen party. Well, they didn't have hen parties, they had quilting parties. And there was like 7 or 8 women would get together and they'd bring all their different patchworks and their ribbons and yarn and whatever, and they would spend the afternoon talking, gossiping, and quilting. And she had so many quilts in tubs stuffed in her closets, under her bed. There was enough to give one to the grandchildren. So my husband got one of her quilts that she made, and it was of a mallard duck with a background, brown checkerboard background, beautiful, heavy, heavy quilt. And so, that was the one thing that, you have for keepsake. And it really touched him. But so this is, some things, that I put in there about my grandmother or his grandmother quilting. Here's something else, get supplies. I do, let's see, what is it? Yarn, what is it? Red Heart, I think it is an affiliate I have, and they do yarn. I think that's how it is. There we go. All right, so here, look, red heart. I don't want to do that. They'll do it. There we go. Let's see if we got one that has a coupon. I always like using coupons or sales. If they have it, this one doesn't have it. Crochet. I don't want anything. I just want to say shop. Okay, we can do that one. And see, here's the other thing is like this one right here, it has a click rate. So you want to look at some of these that have this stuff like this. They do have a click rate. This one has an 86-cent click rate.
What does that mean?
That means if somebody clicks on that picture or that link to go to that picture, you get paid 86 cents. Just like it does for Google AdSense. If they click on it, you get an 86-cent charge, a commission. So some of these you want to look at and, you know, possibly be able to use them. And I can show you how to do that. So what we're going to do is I want to use this link right here. I would use this one, but it's too long, the picture for what I want. This one would be good, but I don't want to use crochet. I just want to use the knit. They don't. Now. Yes, we can use this one. All right, so I'm going to click on this one. And I'm going to use two different ones here. First, I'm going to go ahead and get my URL, my click URL. I'm going to copy. And I'm going to come here. I don't know, I keep hitting the wrong one. And what we're going to do is alrighty. It's almost like I don't have my whole link in there. Let's see what's going on with this. Okay, that's good then. All right, tab, and it's going to change it to blue. And right here, I don't want a new tab. Oh, not yet, not yet, not yet. My caption will be and then I'm going to link this. All right, then I'm going to come over here and it says result image for quilting. And I can still leave that. Quilting supplies, be fine. URL, I want to change that. Make sure I took out everything that needs to go out. Yeah. All righty. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to use that picture they had. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to add me a block. And I want to use the HTML code. All right. And it tells you to write HTML. I'm not going to write an HTML code. I'm going to pull it from right here because I want to use this picture. So I'm going to copy this HTML code. I'm going to come back to my website and I'm going to paste this right here. All right. And then I'm going to hit preview. And there's my picture. All righty. And the reason it's that big is because, and it's got this link in it, is because the picture itself is wider than my page. But once they go in, once I preview it, I won't have all of this and all of this there, so then it'll be the size it needs to be. So that's why this bar is under there, is because it doesn't have adequate space in my construction site for it to expand its total size. But once you go publish it and look at it, it'll be there. So that's how you can use that information. I want to get rid of this as an extra space. I don't need that there, so I'm going to move that block there. And with these, you don't need to do anything. You don't have to go in and, tell it to go to a new tab. It will automatically go to the page. It will shut down your system. That's the only thing, is you cannot have it go to a link or open in a new tab, but it is good for clicks if you want to use it. Some people put them at the bottom. So just different things. So now I need to add me another title or a heading. So here I want to add all right, trendy fashions for mom. All right, so now that's my new heading for that. So now next thing I'm talking about is clothing and fashion wear, and jewelry. So there's several different things that we're going to use here. So now I'm going to go back to my CJ, and now I want to type in, I'm going to come down here and use my categories, because I want to do several different things, and instead of looking for one thing in particular, I'm going to do them all at once. So I'm going to come down here and let's look at accessories. I want to do jewelry. I'm not really into handbags right now. And then clothing, I want to do women's. All right, and that's all. And then I'm going to click on search. All right. Now this 55 Mulberry, it is a great, great, great website, because it has stuff to fit anybody's budget, and it's trendy, it's upbeat, it's fashionable. They have jewelry, shoes, handbags, everything. They go, anywhere from less than $10 up to high-end stuff. So it's a great, great, great one to use. And you see right here that it does have an expiration date, December 2019. So you want to look at the ones that have these. These are the ones that expire. Sometimes, like it says, they have over here, they don't necessarily expire, but this is when they were last updated. But the ones that have this specific date here is the ones that you want to make sure that you do not store their link, because that means this link will no longer be valid after this date. So that's the one thing you want to keep in mind. So I'm going to use this one because it does have a 70% off, but this one looks good too because it's got some springy stuff. Let's use the 70% off one. So I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to get this link, and I'm going to copy, go back to my website, and I'm going to change this link. And you see that I had this colorized. Well, once I get finished, it will not be colored anymore. Alrighty, so there's that. And then this one right here is more gift ideas. So I want to come here and look for another one for clothing that is not Mulberry. There's Red Heart again, because we did do accessories. And so hold on, let me find us another one. And okay, all right, here's Gabriel's Jewelry. I like this one. Here's one that says, I don't want anything for, no, see how this one says Valentine's. You don't want anything that's a specific date. Sometimes they will have it like for Mother's Day. Here we go, banner just for mom. And I want to use that one so that you can see stuff just for moms. And I'm going to pull that one. Copy. Come here. And I want to come down this one for the jewelry. I don't know which one I used here, but we're going to move it because that looks like Christmas jewelry. Maybe it's not. I'm still trying to get Swarovski's crystals. It's on CJ now, but I haven't gotten it yet. I'm working on it. That's going to be my weakness.
They're beautiful crystals. I used to go to their store in New York City, their supply house. It was
yeah.
And a friend of mine was one of the salespeople there, so they have exquisite.
Yeah. When I'm in the mood to make jewelry, that's what I do. Is I love making it with Swarovski's crystals. So,
You make jewelry?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I make
When
jewelry.
are you gonna give a class?
I haven't been able to make any for a while, but I do. I do jewelry. I do Native American jewelry a lot of times, but I do use crystals when I get a chance. And I made all my daughter's hair bows when she was growing up, and made all my son and her sister's clothing until probably when they started school. I made my daughters both of her prom gowns. So yeah. But you learn to do things when you're a stay-at-home mom.
You're so talented.
You learn to do. Well, I grew up watching my mom sew. That was one of her passions, was she liked to sew. And then my grandmother, which was her mother, she was a nurse. So I got that part of it. My grandfather was, he owned his own construction company. So in the summer times, we would be around picking up nails and stuff around some of his sites. So I was a jack of all trades.
Wow.
So we're going to look. Here's one more. So see, this is another one. Like, it's got 10, pick your favorite. This one's holiday season. The thing about this one is I want to check to see if it's still valid, because it's got great pricing, but I want to make sure that it's still there. So let's see if it changed or if it says it's not there. See, it changed. There we go. That's what I want. Perfect. So that one's still available. I'm going to use that one. So get this code. And I'm going to copy this and put it right here. Going up here. Quit. I don't want to use you right now. I changed my mind. So this one right here where it says get other gift ideas. And I think I linked this to see, I linked that just to my website. I don't want to do that. They can see something else. So we're going to put this here. I want to open a new tab there. And then I want to make sure I do this picture. And I'm going to put here gift ideas. And then my caption is going to be gift ideas under. And us women, we see a bargain, we're going to hit that first.
That's right.
So anything that you find that has a bargain like that, you always want to include it in that caption, because that's what's going to draw the eye. They're going to see, oh, under $30, let me go look at that. That's in my budget. And then they can go there and shop. So that's another key thing that you can use. Anything that has that, once you see that in the ad that it is under $30 or has a specific price range, you want to use that to your advantage. All right. So there's that. So now what I want to do is, that's all of my clothing ideas. Oh, we got this. So I need to unlink this little R right here. Did it? Okay. Oh, it's not linked. It's just colored. That's fine. It'll be green. All right. So now you see these right here. I got some little odds and ends pictures that I didn't link. And even though I didn't link anything up here, I do want to link my flowers. I'm still going to link my pictures. I'm not linking my words. So right here, this is for a mother. So what I'm going to come here and do is maternity. So I'm going to go up. And my keyword is going to be maternity. Is that how you spell it? I don't believe that's how you spell it, is it?
It's ER. ER.
There it is, yeah. That's why I was like, okay, well, that ain't right. All right, let's see what pulls up. And I'm still in women's clothing. So we're going to see how many sites actually has something for maternity. Okay, Fashion Mia. Does it have maternity? I don't think so. I know there's a store I have that is maternity, but I cannot think of the name of it. I might come back later and do that. So but I do want to get my flowers. So let me go down here and uncheck these because I want to go back and do the flower arrangements. All right, so up here, I'm going to type in flowers. So I have my captions and everything, so now I just want to get some flowers to put in those flower bouquets. Okay, so there's one for roses, and I do have a rose flower. I'm going to get that URL. And you always want to make sure your pictures, every picture is always linked. Because that's not going to distort anything. I just don't want my poem distorted. So we're going to come here and I'm going to link this flower. And paste there. All right. Okay. I see we're running out of time. Do one more, this one. And come here, and then because I still want us to get to our advertising. I want to do fruits and flowers. There's one that I have, I know they send fruit. Where are you? All right, it went to something else. I don't want to do that. 300. I'm getting ready to do a career training, and I got all these different career programs approved for. So that's going to be part of my stay-at-home mom article I'm in the process of writing. All right, so I'm just going to come back to that.
You're going to write a page on that?
Because I got several different programs I can use that I got approval for.
Oh,
All right,
nice.
so I'm going to put this one down here with this because it's got roses on it too. And I'll have to check my readability in a minute. So this one's going to be hearts and flowers. And
when you use that alternate text, how does it link back to your website? I'm not clear on that.
because it's in my website, that alternative text is when they go to pull it up, it'll pull up my picture in Google Images. And then when they click on my picture, it sends them to where my picture is located. So it comes right back to my website.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. If you ever go to Google Images, if you double click any of those images, it takes you to the place that Google got it from. So if it came off of somebody's website, it will take you to their website. So that's why you always want to make sure your pictures are linked, because they can come in and copy and save your pictures all day long. But if they double click it and say, hey, I want to see where this picture came from, it will take you to your website, which is what you want them to do. You want them to come visit your site. All right. So that's done. So now I'm going to hit update. And then once it's finished updating, all right. So now what I want to do is I want to select a feature image. And your feature image is always going to be the picture that will be associated with your article. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a page in your website or a picture in your article. It could be a totally different picture. I don't want no food picture. I like this one. So I'm going to use this picture right here. I like that. And I just went to my media library. If you have one that you want to upload, you can do that also. And the reason I did this is because of my article, Mom, the Battle Armor, but here she's going to be the Ultimate Warrior. All right. And there we go. That's going to be my link. All right, so now here's my permalink. I'm going to come here. I'm going to copy this link. And then I'm going to come to my template that I already have running. And I'm going to open this up. And I'm going to come all the way to the bottom of it. I was using it earlier today, so. And I'll probably come back and add some more to that, because those of you that are indirect sellers, you do know that they're offering a Mother's Day special that you get 2 free extra bottles for every order. So if you order a 2 bottle, you get 4 bottles. If you order 4, you get 6. If you get 6, you get 8. So you get 2 extra bottles for free for Mother's Day. So you want to, I'll probably find a way to incorporate that, because I don't have any wine, even though my mother doesn't drink wine. I still want to do some kind of plug in there for my wine and weight loss. So I'm still going to be playing with this. So here I'm going to put the title of my Mother's Day article. All right. So that's what this is about. And then well, where'd it go? All right. And then that's going to be my title. And I'm going to say, my spelling is horrendous today.
What is AdClick Media?
That's sort of like Google AdSense. That's one of the programs I have on my website, but you can also go there and advertise for them. You get money for people that sign up with it to advertise on their websites. So look into it. This one is it's a free link.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yep. And this is how you do a template. And I'm going to paste my link. All right. So I'm letting myself know, hey, this is for my Mother's Day article. This is going to be my title. This is going to be my description that I'm going to be using so that when I go to start advertising, I don't have to sit down and try to figure out what I'm going to be writing. I already have it, and all I have to do is copy and paste. On the places that won't let me include my link, all I have to do is just take this out and then put it back where it tells me to put it back into. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use this. I'm going to go ahead and save it. And you can do 2 or 3 different ones. It just depends on how, and this is just something I took off the top of my head from the things I knew I wrote in my article. And that's how you want to do your template, is just you want to make it based on things that you've discussed in your article so that when they come to your article, they can still see what you're talking about. That's what drew them there. You don't want to write something here and then they go to read your article and it has nothing to do with what you wrote. So you always want to make sure that they're related. All right, so then once I save it, I'm just going to minimize it. And then the first place I want to come to is I'm going to come to my Facebook. And it's going to do the same thing. And so once that pulls up, then we're going to be on my Facebook. And I want to go to my home Facebook. I don't want to be on my business. I'm going to post this out so everybody can see it. So I'm going to go to home. I guess it's going to come up today. All right, I'm finished with this. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. All right, so now I'm going to create. So it says, what's on your mind? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right back to my article that I just did. And I'm going to copy this whole thing. And then I'm going to go back to my Facebook. And I'm going to paste it. I guess it didn't want to paste it there. Let's see where it put it. It didn't. Okay. I pasted it on my other page. That's fine. We'll paste it here. All right. So there's my article. And I want to just make sure I don't have any typos that people are going to rag on me about. And I do have my link in there. And then I'm going to hit share. And you always want to make sure it's public, so that way it goes not only to your people in your Facebook group, but it also goes to your news feeds. So then it's going to let me look and see how it looks. And it's fetching my preview. And because I have this link in here, I want to make sure that it's going to show my picture that I set as my picture that I put on there. See, it didn't. It used the basket, which is fine. It can use that one too. And it could be that the other one was too big or too small. So it took the one that fit the profile that Facebook needs. And it usually needs at least a 250 by 250 picture for it to use, which is fine. So that's what it does. And then it has my information there for my snippet. Remember, I always want to put a snippet. So there's my snippet for my article. They can go to my article and read that. So then I'm going to hit share. And then it's going to post it in my Facebook. So then it'll be on my Facebook page. All right. And that's how you post things on Facebook. So as soon as it finishes doing its thing, you'll be able to see it. It'll pop up there for people to see. You can see I duplicated it twice, which means I did it before, but we're going to go ahead and leave it on there. All right. So now, for some reason, it didn't put my picture on there. So I'll come back and check on that later and see why my picture didn't show up. So what I'm going to do here is in my comments, I'm going to, since it didn't post a picture, I'm going to copy this and put it in my comment. I'm going to comment on my own status. And there's my picture, which is what I wanted. All right, so there's how you do your Facebook. And you can always come back and edit if you want to come back and edit this, which I think I will. So I'm going to edit my post. And since it didn't put my picture here, I'm going to put a picture that I want to put there. So I'm going to hit a photo. And I'm going to go to my Dropbox, to my blogging pictures. And I'm going to pull my logo file as soon as it pops up. Which one did it put in there? All right. And I want to put a picture that reflects me. I like my Bugs Bunny right there. I think I really do. Yeah, let's use that one. No. Yeah, let's use this one. It doesn't really say much, but it's me. No, I don't want that one. Did it put the wrong one in there? There we go. See? And see, now it's got my little logo on there. So now they can do two different things. All right. So now that was my Facebook. So now that's on my Facebook. And it's out there for people to see. And then we're going to come here and we're going to do the same thing. So I'm going to go here to my marketing sites. And I'm going to go to my ad sites. We're going to go to, hopefully this one's working today. And this is classifieds for free. And we're going to show you how to work this one. And I've already been in it today, so I don't need to log in. This is going to, and I'm going to go to post an ad. All right, so here it's going to ask me, since I know that the ads that I've placed in there is for United States, most of them is for US only. Choices is you can market outside the United States, but for the majority, I don't want, you know, to go outside the United States because there's some on there that can't. So right now, I'm not going to do cities. I already have it, and the country is going to be United States. And then I'm going to go back to my ad, and I'm going to pull out my header, which is this right here. And I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to put it right here in my header. Paste. Now this is the category. So, and this is the thing that you can do is if it can go in multiple categories, you want to put it in multiple categories. So, but for the first time, I'm going to put it in, it's not necessarily clothing. It's not necessarily jewelry. I can put it in gifts and novelty, which is where I'm going to put it. I don't need to put any of the contact information because I don't need them to contact me. They can go to my website to get anything that they need. I'm going to come here and put this description, including the link. Now, some of the websites that you use for advertising, they don't want you to put your email, not your email, your links in your description. They charge you for it, so you have to be aware of that when you go to advertise. Now, your URL, we're going to come here and paste it here, Body Armor. And if you had, that's why I was saying also that if you had a video, a YouTube video, then you could get that link or that embedded code and put it here and it would show on your advertising. I don't have one at this time to put in there. And then your images, I'm gonna look and see if there's any images that I have already. See, here's some for Soap Creek they could use for gifts. Let's see, I got something for flowers. Do I have any of my flowers? The chocolate is on there. No, let's do that one's got a heart. And then I'm going to use my logo again. All right, and then I'm going to hit, so that should have all of them in there. And then I'm going to hit post my ad. And it's going to show me what my ad looks like. So here's my ad. Is what have you done for her lately? There's the actual article. There's my link. Okay, it shows me what day I posted it. It shows my 3 pictures. All right, then it says, do you want to post another ad? Yes, I do. And all you're going to do from here is fairly simple. And that's why I said this is the most user-friendly app that we have for advertising. It's not the only one we use, but it's one of the best ones that we use. Why did it take me to my page? I don't want to go there. So see, now somehow I clicked on it and it brought me to my web page. So now I told it I wanted to post another ad and it brought me to my page. So let's get back to where I was at. Okay. So it should bring me right back to where I was. Yes. So then we're going to come down here. Yes, I want to post another ad. And it's going to bring me right back to where I was. And now my ad information is still in there. I'm not going to change anything. All I'm going to do is come up here now and I'm going to specify a state. And you're going to do this for each state. And I know it's redundant. When I say I spend an hour to an hour and a half, this is what I do. But I pick a different site. Like today, I'll do this on classifieds for free. And then tomorrow, I'll probably be on US Net Ads. And I'll do the same thing. So I'll start with Alabama. And it'll put Alabama in there. Everything's going to stay the same. And then I'm going to click Post Ad. And it will show up in Alabama, anywhere in Alabama that this advertises for. It's going to have this information here. And then, do I want to post another ad? Yes, I do. So I'm going to come here, post another ad. And select my state. I want to do the next one. And I always make a note of where I stop. So we're going to do a few more. And you just go in order. I'm going to do an Alaska. Scroll down. Post ad. I'm going to show you your ad that it was posted under gifts and novelties. It was posted in Alaska with this information. And do I want to post another ad? Yes, I do. Click your post ad, and you're going to do the same thing, and you're going to do it for each state. And then if you have time, then you're going to come back with that same ad. And usually what I do, I don't do American Samoa because some of them you can't send there. I didn't check to see, so I'm just going to do in the continental United States. So then I'm going to go to Arizona, and I'm going to do the same thing. Now, once you get finished that, this is only going to take you about 20 minutes to do this for each state. Then what you're going to do is you're going to come back after you finish that. Then you're going to come back to that where it says post another article, or do you want to post another ad? And you're going to come and you're going to say yes. You want to post another ad. And then what you want to do is you want to come back and you're going to go to your state, which we did Alabama. And then you're going to do city and do Birmingham. Now, usually what I do when I do this is I will come back and I will change some of these pictures. So let's take this chocolate one out. And let's put another one. Maybe do, Alabama is a no-ship state, so I don't want to do wine. But maybe I can do something else. Let's do this chocolate one. Oh, let's do this travel. Do that travel one. Okay. So now we do the travel and just change it up a little bit. You know, change your pictures. You can actually come in and change your title if you want to, but you don't need to change your description. And then you're going to post your ad. So now you got it in Alabama, and then you got it in Alabama and the city of Birmingham. And then you want to do each city in Alabama that you have access to here. And it just, all you do is just click the next city. So then it tells you that this was posted in Birmingham under gifts and novelties. Now you can also come back after you finished all that and you're like, okay, I got some more time. I can do this again. Then you can come back and you're going to do post another ad. And you're going to change it back to the United States. And see, these are all the countries that you have access to. So when you have affiliates that you can market outside the United States, you find the ones that you can market and you market there. So then you're going to hit United States. Then you're going to change your category. We already did gifts and novelty. And I want to change my category this time. And I want to go down to miscellaneous. And then hit post. I'm not going to change anything. And actually, yes, I am. What's that first picture? Soap Creek, on Leaf Soap Creek. Chocolate. Let's change this one. Since I'm posting in the United States, miscellaneous, let's put one with the wine. Because I'm going to come back and put wine in there somewhere. Let me find us a good wine pick. Oh, they can go to dinner. Dinner would be good. Do I have a logo? Yep, so we're going to do that. That's great. Okay. Let's do this one. No, that's that one. That's good. And so we're going to do that one and then post ad. So now I got it in two different categories going to the United States. And then I can do the same thing with this and do it all up under miscellaneous. And then start with each state and do it all over again. So that's one way that you can go in and do your ads. You can do, when I say you can do 200 ads in an hour or 2 hours in this one site, it can be done. So when I say I do, 1,000 ads a week, it's not hard to do when you're using this site, but you don't want to rely on just this site. You also have US Net ads that you can use. Those is just a little different. You have to change it. You have to give it a different title. You can use the same description, but you have to change your title. You have to pick each state, each city, each country. It's not as user-friendly, but there's no limit to how many you can do. So that one will take you a little bit more time. Usually on that one, I can only do maybe 75 in a couple of hours because it's not as easy. It's not just click and paste. With the cities, you actually have to go find the city, select a city. It's not a drop down. But it is still a free site that you can use. And you want to make sure that you make note of the reference code and so that you can come in and update or change anything that you need to change. But that's how you would go in and advertise for Facebook, social media, how you use your free ad sites. So do we have any questions on how
Yeah.
to either
Yeah.
get your links,
Sheila,
organize a page?
I just want okay, so I'm sorry. This is just so busy and I hate those. How are they going to see your ad? Is this how they're going to see with all that busy stuff all over it?
This is just the ad site. This is just where you post your ad.
Uh-huh.
This is wherever this site appears at in that state.
So you don't
So,
know where it's going to
yeah,
appear.
no, but it's going to be there because they can pull up classified ads on their computer for Alabama, and it'll be
Yeah.
on there. So if you wanted to go to your home, you know, they would actually be on their home, or they could go to recent ads that's been put, like ads by category. They can put in, okay, what recent ads were put in here, you know, recently. Then it would show up here. Like, see, here's one for free Bitcoin. And it's got that website. See, you can come here and look and see who's put stuff out here. I've found some of my stuff out here, you know, and it just depends on what state you're in. You can select by category, you know, that they have. If I want to go here and look for gifts, novelties, you know, that's put it there. But see, I didn't get to North Carolina. This is only going to show me for North Carolina. So if I was in Alabama, it would show me, you know, if I wanted to go to recents, what recent ads was posted in Alabama under gifts, and then mine would show up. So they can search for this just like you do when you go to search Craigslist, search what are the other ad sites, eBay, you know, when you search eBay. This is the same way. When they go to Alabama or go to any state and they search for their state for classified ads, that's what it would pull up. So
Okay.
they will see this. This people pay to see this, put this out here, and it's not that expensive. It's like $30 a month, or I forgot how much it is for a year. It's not that expensive to put out there, but you know, we actually had one of our ladies had her book out there that she had posted out here that shows up. Somebody had a wine that was up there for a whole year. I believe it was up there for a year. And then you have these pop-ups also that show up down here that just randomly that classifieds pick based on either your searches that you've done, or if something's been real popular, then it will pop up. So they will see stuff when they pull up classifieds, but again, they will be searching for something specific because they'll come in here and do a search. And if they're looking for, that's why I said your keywords are important, because they will put in a keyword. So you always want to make sure your keywords are there. And that's what it would pull up, is your keyword. So if they're searching something for Mother's Day, mine's going to pull up. So, you know, or if they see it, gifts and novelties, you know, then my ad will show up. So that it's always there for people to see. It's there for search. Everything is key on searching. So you always want to make sure when you're doing your ads that it is relevant, that you do have something easy to searchable, and just make sure it's got good content. You know, you don't want just a little 2-liner, you know, description. You want something that people is going to be able to read and say, oh yeah, I want to see what that is, and click on it to see what you actually have to offer. Okay. Sound all right? But I wouldn't really worry about the stuff around it. You just want to make sure your ad's out there for people to search. And the other thing is, like when you go to Google to search, because your website is out there, like this is Google. If I wanted to go type in mom, see, look, I typed in mom. Look what popped up.
Nice.
That's mine. So, but now this is based on my searches. So based on your search, you know, it could pull up something different, you know, but because I've been searching for stuff for mom, it knows I'm searching for stuff for mom. So, and then it's got here, this lets me know that this is Google Worldwide. So anybody can search worldwide on my website for my website. So, so that's the good thing about it. So this makes me feel good that even though I'm searching for the word mom, it's letting me know, hey, this is out there too for you to look at, but it's my website. So that lets me know my website's published. It's out there for people to search. So that's the good thing. You can always go back and I can pull it up and say, okay, does it look the way I want it to look? You know, and it'll pull up my site based on my search, and it'll let me know how other people can see my site. So there's my site. Perfect. So it's exactly the way I want it to look. It's got my wine club for my direct sellers. It's got my ads. So you see how your things show up, did my italics. So yeah, it's the way I want it. But that's a good thing. So now you can see how your site shows up, how people can view it. Remember I was telling you about the click ads? There's the click ad media. So it's just a little thing like Google. So there.
Now, where did your featured picture go?
Your feature picture is what shows up when you're advertising. So if I would, like on Facebook, that picture was supposed to show up, but it didn't. The basket, so that tells me my size is wrong. Because on Facebook, it has to be a specific size for it to show up. So I need to go and see what my size is for my picture.
It doesn't show up on your website, the featured picture?
No, it should have. Yeah, it should have been up there at the top somewhere. So I need to go back and make sure it's stuck with everything that was going on with my computer. So it could be not where it's supposed to be. I got to see what's going on. See my Google ads running. Here's my Google ads. Okay. So yeah, there's my click ad. I need to go find out where my Google ads are. They're not on here. That's not good. Losing money. All right. So, but that's how it's showing up, which is fine. And I just got to find out where my Google's ads are. But then you can see, they can see all my categories, you know, all the searches and stuff like that. If I want to click home, they can see my home where it says thank you for shopping and everything. So, but that's how you can come in and you see my shopping home page is something totally different. It's running good. So there you go. And see, and I got a different magnet up here for my home page. It's for my coffee. And the other pages are for my wine. So that's another thing how you can personalize and customize your website is you don't necessarily have to have the same thing running. So, all right, that's what it is. I don't have my Google ads because there it is. It's trying to show up. So it's not on my other pages. All right, so I got to go fix that. So we had any questions about how to do advertising?
I just have one. Can you give us some idea how we would advertise for the free Bitcoin, like what we'd use for headers and description and...
Yeah.
The words out of my mouth. Thank you.
We think alike.
In your web page, under SmartMiner, all you have to do is you can pull up your SmartMiner, and I will show you my ads that I use for my SmartMiner or for my cryptocurrency. And I took it straight off of our web page. I just copied the first paragraph, I think it was. Let's get up there. And if you're in Valentis or the V-Marketing, especially Valentis, Rory prints all of this out. All these are different titles you can use for the Valentis. And then here's the description. And then, you know, different things like that. And then you can make up your own. Like this one is the yo-yo diet. That's one I did. That's an article I did. Here's some different titles I use, but I use the same verbiage. But here's the different titles. And that's the one thing is I always say come up with 5 to 10 titles and use the same article, you know, just tweak it once, you know, here and there. Again, here's the same thing. Saw this before, you know, this is straight off the thing, you know, again, just I copied different stuff straight off the website, off my article. Where is my cryptocurrency? Here it is, Russell Stovers. It's here somewhere. I got 24 pages. All right, so here's my Bitcoin. And you see, I just copied the first 2 paragraphs. And my title is Free SmartMiner Download, Mine Bitcoin for Free. And here's another one, SmartMiner, Mine for Free Bitcoin. You know, that's all you need to say. And then here's Stake Base. I didn't even have a title for it. It's just cryptocurrency. Another one you can use for Bitcoin is, what is it? A new to cryptocurrency, Mine Free Bitcoin. You want to make sure that you let them know it's free. And talk about crypto because those are 2 good keywords. It's cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. So you want to make sure that they are in your title and in your description. So you can just, you know, however you want to say cryptocurrency, the new money, get it free. You know, that's a new one that you can use. You can say interested in mining Bitcoin, don't want to pay, here's one free. download free, you know, or free app. You can do, you know, that. Don't pay for Bitcoin. Here's a free app. You know, that could be a title. Because a lot of people pay to mine Bitcoin. This one is a free app. So that's another thing. You can say free app to mine Bitcoin. And there you go again. You got the word free, you got the word Bitcoin. You can play around with it. Instead of Bitcoin, use cryptocurrency, you know, free app to mine cryptocurrency. Or you can just different things like that. And then, like I said, this came straight off the website on our thing, our Smart Miner article. And what I do, instead of me trying to figure out what I wanted to use, I'll come through here, and this is something I just made up. This is mine, but it's the same thing. I just took these 3 things right here, and I wrote a little bit of stuff, you know, use this, and this is how I advertise it. I actually have my computer link, plus I have my Bitcoin page. So, and this is how I advertise it. So they can click one or the other. It's both there. So, you know, that's why I say when I go and look and see how many people's actually visited my computer site, I don't know where they came from because I mine both, because I advertise both of them. But I always put my website first. I always put my website first. And I do the same thing when I go to classifieds for free, and I use that one. When I do my description, I do it just like it is here in my information, in my template. But now when it asks me for my URL, I always put my web page, because I want the traffic to my web system. You want that traffic. Okay. Now, y'all wanted to know about the Bitcoin. Do we have any more questions?
I guess I was wondering if you could use the Bitcoin in not even in a Bitcoin ad, but like, let's say I went to the store one day and, you know, I was paying for this and, oh, it reminded me of free, you know, so it wouldn't be in a Bitcoin.
You don't necessarily have to use it to just talk about Bitcoin as money, because that's the one thing about ViaPay. That's the other anchor offer that we use. It's our number 5 anchor offer, is that ViaPay free program. That's one of the few merchant processing that we have access to, that we can market, that takes Bitcoin for payment. Excel Trip does too. So that's a good marketing tool, you know, that you can say, hey, I got all this Bitcoin that I'm mining. Can I use it? You know, and then you can do your, not only your Bitcoin, your Smart Miner program, but then you can also say, hey, if you don't know how to use Bitcoin, or you want to take Bitcoin as a merchant, here's a great merchant facility or merchant processing company that allows you to accept Bitcoin. Because a lot of countries, Eastern countries, are already using Bitcoin. Like China, you got the UK, some places in the UK are accepting Bitcoin for payment. And the United States is just now getting the tip of cryptocurrency. So that's an option. But yeah, you can market it any way you can. You know, like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be talking about how cryptocurrency is changing the money marketing system. You can, like you just said, relate it to your shopping experiences. And, you know, thinking about, oh man, I got this free app and I got all this. I can't wait. Just like I said, I can't wait till it comes to fruition so I can get this and this and this and this. And then you can go into a whole spiel about, you know, get your free Bitcoin, watch it grow, and then see what you can spend it on, you know. Right. Like that, you know, it doesn't have to do anything with the legalities or the technical side of mining crypto. Just, hey, cryptocurrency right now is worth $5,200 and some odd dollars a bit. And I want my portion, or you can say, do you want your portion? So, you know, however you can market it that fits your personality is the way you want to write. It's the way you want to market it. Okay.
Yeah, I just feel I would use it more in that context rather than a whole article about it. You know?
Yeah, that's the way. Yeah, and that's what you want to look for. Yeah, that's exactly the way you want to write. Now, was there anything else? We did say we were going to talk about And your videos, you know, like I was saying, we talked about that first, you know, getting videos and pictures off your phone. The easiest thing to do is just download it. If it's on your phone, and you don't have iCloud on your computer to where you can get them off your iCloud and move them into a folder, then you want to go ahead and upload them to yourself in an email, and then download them from your email. What I tell my students, if you have Dropbox, and it's just your basic Dropbox, it's not the professional one that you would need to get for Rory. If you just have a basic Dropbox and you're using it for your personal, download the Dropbox app on your phone, link it with the same information that you have on your computer, and then you can store it, because Dropbox is just like an iCloud. If it's on your phone and you download those pictures or videos to there, then it will automatically show up on your computer.
Sheila, do you remember last 2 weeks you gave us a homework page? Don't you remember?
No.
Well,
what? Tell me, because I don't have my notebook that I had.
see, I'm trying to be a good kid.
There
Remember,
you
you
go.
wanted to go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even link whatever. And so I did all Facebook and Twitter I had. I'm not sure I know how to talk to the universe.
You talk to them just like you do if they were standing in front of you. You talk to them like they're a new acquaintance.
So you just talk and just hit public and
Mhm.
and then but Instagram and they've got different hashtag.
Yeah.
What is
All a hashtag is just, it's almost like you're building your own community or your own following with the hashtag. It's like right now, hashtag, you can put fine wine, hashtag fine wine, or hashtag chocolate, and then anybody that has anything related to chocolate will see that. You know, it's like it goes into a category, basically, is what it is.
But where do you
That's all
see
a
it? How do you
hashtag
find?
is.
I'm just
You don't see it, you won't see it. But if anybody has that hashtag, you can actually go to the Google and type in hashtag and whatever, and it'll pull up anything that's in that hashtag.
is the hashtag a word or a
No,
symbol?
it's that symbol. It's the pound sign.
So you put pound sign and then you just put whatever
A
you
word. Mm-hmm.
a word. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. I do it all the time. And I think it's episode 17. It has Grambler. And I love Grambler, but my computer's going so slow right now, it takes it forever. Grambler is Instagram for your computer. So, and I love it because then I can use everything that I have on my computer for my Instagram. So,
I lost you a little bit, but okay.
yeah. So Grambler, this program right here.
Uh-huh.
And it's I think it's episode 17. In Blogging for Cash with Rory, it has the link to download it. It's a free download, but it's Instagram for your computer. So if you have Instagram,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh man, I got all these great pictures on my computer that I want to use for Instagram, but you don't have them on your phone, then you can use this, download this app on your computer, and then you can have access to everything that's on your computer, including your website. I post stuff from my website on here all the time.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Yep. And all it is, you know, if I can get it to work today, it'd be awesome. So, because my computer is really, I just have, even though I've cleaned it out, I have added so much stuff to it. It's not even funny. So, all right. So then I'm just going to log in. And you log in with your same credentials that you log in with your Instagram, and it pulls this up like this. And drop an image, yeah. So you just click, I want to drop an image. And I'm going to come here, and on Instagram, I always want to make sure I'm getting something that people can see that has everything that I have. So I always want to make sure I'm using a logo when I do my Instagram on here. It's going to pull up that picture. If it takes too long, it'll log you out. So then it says, hey, does this look okay? Yep, I want to save it. That's what I want to use. Then it says you want to filter. You can filter it, play with the colors. You can put motion in it, which means, you know, that it just has a up and back. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to hit continue. All right. And then my caption, I'm going to go here and I'm going to pull my article I just did right here. I'm going to copy, go back here, paste. And this is where you're going to put your hashtag. And I'm going to type in Mother's Day, mom, and then just something unrelated, fashion, and then red wine. All right. And then I'm going to hit send. Hopefully it'll send. All right. And let's see if it'll send. And see, I've collected money. You see this money up here?
Uh-huh.
So this is money they give me. It's just virtual money from people that like my Instagram, that liked it. And then I can use that to do free ads. And so that's what I'm doing. So this right here, it tells me, hey, I've got enough money in here that I can get 60 people. They're going to submit this to 60 other people that I don't have access to now. Do I want to do that? Yes, I do. So you click on yes. All right. So that means 60 people that does not have anything to do with my Instagram account will receive that Instagram or have access to it. Then it's asking me, do I want to send it to Twitter? Yes, I want to. I already put it on Facebook. I don't want to send it to Facebook. I want to send it to Twitter though. And then it's going to go to my Twitter account. And it's going to share my link to my Instagram. There's my Instagram via Grambler. And I'm going to put honor your mom. And then log in and tweet. All right, so it's sent it. Log in and tweet. And I've gotten four people already said they like my post on my Instagram. So that's wonderful. So that's how that works. So, and then that's that. And if I wanted to go back and do it again, sometimes it lets me go and do another one. Sometimes I have to log out and come back in. But it's wonderful to see I have, this money sitting there to get free, users to come in and like my page. So I might have to play with that today and use some of that money today. But that's all I have for y'all today. Okay. Any questions? Anything we need to go over or that we missed or?
Well, like on Facebook, you can have your own personal account or create a business one. You could do that with Instagram and Gambler and.
Well, Instagram, you don't want to create too many sites because it's kind of all together. You just want to get one. So that's why everybody knows me as Mama Chief on there. And, my profile. So I wouldn't create a separate one for Instagram because basically all you're going to do on there is, let them know a few things about you. You post them, personal stuff every once in a while, but it's not like Facebook where they can come in and hunt you down and hound you. Get involved in your personal stuff. Instagram is basically, that's what it is just people sending you an instant message about something that they found that they liked or they want you to look at. That's, that's it. It's not sort of like a diary like Facebook is.
And how do you find it? I mean, how do you go to Instagram and put words in to find other things?
Now, when you go to Instagram, most of the people use it on their phone. There's very few people that use it on Grambler. But if you go to your phone and go to your Instagram account, just log into your Instagram, you have the different icons at the bottom. And if you just type in, somebody just signed up for Direct Seller. Woohoo, yay.
Oh, my.
That's what I was just looking at. I was like, oh, your binary team's growing. Hallelujah. Okay.
And is that from posting an ad that they did that?
Oh, I don't know. I just saw it on because I have my email linked on my phone. So, but anyway, if you go to your Instagram, if you look down at the bottom when you log in, It will, most of the time, it'll pop up anybody that is doing a live video at that time or the most recent one. But if you go to your home, it will show you your most recent post from other people. And then, you know, you can go to your heart and it'll tell you who likes you, who liked your post, who started following you. And then you can hit your plus sign and it will allow you to, you know, start doing a post. You know, you can download your own pictures, you know, and do a comment on your, you know, things like that. So you can do a lot with it on your phone, but I still like using it here on the computer because I just have so much that I have access to here on the computer.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't, my phone is so overloaded and I don't want to buy a new one.
Yeah. And what you can do is your phone is if you, you know, have some things in there that you don't necessarily use, because I cleaned out mine too when I was cleaning out my computer. There were some apps and things in there that I wasn't using any longer that was my other work related from last year that I just never cleaned out. Same thing, you know, look, 3 new likes from Instagram already. So see, so you can go in there and clean up some space on your phone and put your Instagram. And because Instagram is internet based, it's only active when you're on the internet. So it won't use your phone space per se because you're not really saving anything for Instagram other than just the app. Oh. Everything that you use for your Instagram is already on your phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I would definitely, especially because, you know, I do it all the time. Especially when we were in New Orleans last year for DC event, we were doing Instagram moment, and we would do a live video. Same thing with Facebook, live video, Facebook. And we would just hit Facebook, hit live feed, and we'd be walking down Bourbon Street. Oh, y'all don't know where we are now, you know. So it's great to have it on your phone for things, for moments like that. If you just see a picture, oh, this would be great to put on Instagram, you know, just. That's the good thing about it. You know, me and my daughter would do that sometimes, like, oh, Mom, that's the Instagram moment, you know, when we're together, or do selfies and put it on Instagram.
It's not a Kodak moment anymore.
Exactly. It used to be a Kodak moment. Now it's Instagram. This Instagram moment. So
you're putting it out there to the world. I mean, I guess, is it dangerous at all? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out.
No, It's like I said, it's totally different than Facebook. People are not going to be able to track you, you know, like they do on Facebook and hound you. It's just because it's based on likes, and you have to be invited in. So,
okay,
yeah, because people can say they're starting to follow you, and you know, it's not like they can come back and specifically look for you and just comment straight to you. Instagram, it's whenever somebody posts something on Instagram, it goes to everybody. So, I mean, you can do a private, and then if you got somebody but you still have to accept it if it's on private. And
when they say viral, you know, it went viral. What is
that? Means everybody that has access to Instagram saw it. Yep. That's okay. And you want your stuff to go viral because that means you got millions of people looking at it.
Oh.
All right. All right. Any more questions? Are we good on getting your links, posting them in your website, how to get your pictures to come in? Any questions on any of that information?
No, I just have to get my affiliates.
Yeah. Make sure you have those. And then, like I said, these are all of mine. I have so many. I got this CDB. This is this is another affiliate portal that I found. You got your RoboForm, my Google AdSense. G4 Offers is another marketing house. Ad Combos is another marketing house you can look for. Let's see, this is another one. Affiliate Fix is another good company that you can use to market. OfferVault is another one. It has a lot of CPA programs, which is like the dollar payouts, you know, fill out email and you get $1 for each one, or $1.50, $2. They do a lot of survey companies on this one. So that's a good company that you can look for. But there's several out there. This is another one. This, I can't even say it, marketing. I actually got approval for Macy's Wine Club on this one. I got Docker shoes. I got, I think Lane Bryant's on here. I'm still working to get them. What's the other one? There's another, God, what is the name of that shoe? They just sent me something the other day. It's a men's shoes because I don't have a lot of men's clothing. So I went to this company. They have a lot of men's clothing. Um, but they have a lot of men's clothing on here that I did. And I got a shoe company and I can't remember what it is now. And then this is one, I get a lot of hits off of this because there's a lot of people out there that wear wigs. This company makes their wigs and you cannot tell that it's a wig. It's amazing. And I do a lot of business. Well, not business, but I get a lot of hits. I got, because their wigs are $300, $400, $500. But there's a lot of women that's asking me about it. So I ended up just making a website, finding something and made a website about it. And this is my Click Ad Media. So there's different things. All you have to do is just click out there, get on Google and click affiliate programs. And it'll pull up every company that offers an affiliate program. And you can use them. If it's something that you can get access to, put it in your website if you think you can use it. The only thing we don't do is we don't do competition for our companies that we have. We don't want to do another multi-level marketing. You don't want to do another blogging affiliate, that's going to take Rory's place because we do market for Rory, his blogging series. You don't want to do another wine program because, that'll do your DC. Same thing with your coffee. You don't want to do another coffee weight loss, but that don't mean you can't do, because I got Nutrisystem, so I promote that. But it's just an alternative. But you always want to do your anchor offers first and then have an alternative offer, but you don't want to do anything that's going to take away from your other companies. And Rory prefers us not to market other multi-level companies. But other than that, you can basically get whatever you want to market.
Well, I'd ask you first. I would. I mean, I don't feel secure enough that I.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. So if we don't have any more questions, I'm just going to stop the recording. And then if there's anything that y'all want to discuss before we get off, because I have to do a couple of trainings here after a little bit. So, but yeah, just let me know if there's anything y'all want to discuss.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I just have one question. It's regarding, and it should be a quick one, about the V market.